this is a me ranting video about him, and he's drinking all my wine. Why are you doing that? Girls, if you ever marry a guy who's a hunter, this is what you have to deal with, okay? Dopey. In my washer. Yeah, that's what I don't know how many times I've told him to keep that crap out of the washer. But it ended up in there anyhow. That's disgusting. Alcoholic much? That's mine too.
If you like wine.
That's backwards, I can't see it.
Well, how do I make it?
I don't know.
No, that just turns it. Dang it! Briar Patch Winery. They're really good. They have one. This is not the good one. They have one called Black Currant. I keep holding it up like they can see it. It's called Black Currant, and it tastes like bourbon. Like, you can't tell the difference.
Him and I had an argument about why he didn't just go out and buy bourbon instead of buying a wine that tastes like bourbon.
Because you want me to drink more wine and be more proper. And
oh, God. Okay, don't drink apple-flavored wine after you brush your teeth. That's nasty. Really? Oh, my gosh. Oh, God. Actually, I did have...
You don't want it.
Yeah, go right ahead. That's gross.
There's some pomegranate.
No.
It's yours.
It's not going to taste any better. Guys, I did actually want to talk to you about something that I kind of come across today. And it's a little towards the trapping right now, because that's kind of what we're focused on.
It was empty, by the way. I don't know why she's so upset.
Yeah, and what if that hadn't been empty?
I mean, there might have been a little in there, but it was mostly empty. Overreacting and shit. Crap.
Now you wonder why I complain about not having nice clothes.
Your closet is full.
Guys, seriously, I went to put all my clean clothes up, and I cannot fit any more shirts in my closet. It's jam-packed. And I don't know how many times this year I've already gotten rid of clothes, but yeah, it looks like it needs to happen again. He's gonna kill me if I get any more clothes for Christmas.
I tell you what, for every shirt you buy, I get either ammo or new trap or new fishing pole.
That's what you think.
I think it should work like that.
Okay, so we are, we didn't really do a meet and greet, so we're not exactly, I don't want to call us preppers. We are prepare-minded. We try to keep an excess amount of food and water.
Wine.
And
whiskey.
Wine, apparently.
I like whiskey.
Yeah, we bought a gallon of wine the other day. Who does that?
Actually, about 2 gallons of wine.
A gallon and a half.
How many?
Two bottles.
There's 2 bottles in a gallon.
There's 4 bottles in a gallon.
Oh. Well, then we bought a gallon.
Yeah, a gallon.
That's not a lot, though.
Who buys a whole gallon of wine at a time?
Plenty of people.
Anyways, so
it's like buying a 30 rack. I think it's like buying a 30 rack.
Yeah, we buy extra ammo when we can and everything. So anyways, with us living in a camper at the moment, we don't have a whole lot of room, so he built extra storage under the bed, which has turned into several things over.
It was supposed to be my man cave.
It's ended up jam-packed with diapers at one point when I bought too many.
My go-to closet for like all of my stuff, like knives and extra gear and bags and all of like the guy stuff, and it was stocked with diapers. and wipes.
There's fishing poles under there too now.
There is now because I kicked you out. I evicted you.
I got evicted.
You got evicted. That's mine. And it's still mostly yours. Baby's waking up. He's like, just hold him.
I'm going to. Okay. Anyways, Daddy's over here drinking wine.
I was gonna pour it in this and drink it out of there in front of the camera, just to screw with people.
Something I kind of wanted to touch with you guys on, as I was trying to say earlier, before he started ranting, was something that I came across today that it's kind of been on my mind all day, and I want to talk about it in a trapping sense right now, because it's trapping season, and it kind of applies. And I know there's a lot of people that have come up to us wanting to learn how to trap, or wanting to know more about it. And yeah, we can tell you more about it and stuff like that, but there's so many people, there's only so many people who actually will go and do this, what we tell them to, or what they, you can sit online and you can watch YouTube videos all day long, and there's a lot of people who won't even try. They'll just be, no, I'm not going to be any good at it, or it's too hard, or, to this or to that. Guys, just go and do it. Seriously. I can't tell you how many times the first time we went out that it looked like the season was just going to be a failure. I know the first week, I think, of the very first season last year, we didn't do it. We didn't catch anything.
And it's not that. You can't just promote it. The more you do, the better you get. The more productive it is. But
the more experience you get.
Right, the more experience you get, but it's not always going to be productive. Like,
no.
How many times did I go up there and go fishing and spend 12, 15, 18 hours sitting in that chair with a fishing pole, just like racking my brain, trying to figure out what's different, what's going wrong, what am I doing wrong?
But at the same time, you being out there 12, 15 hours a day, you learned different ways of doing it that helped you to be more efficient with it. You were able to catch more. And there were still days that, you didn't catch anything, but most days he came home with at least something.
To put this in sense, we didn't do a lot in June. May and June we were still trapping hogs and doing a lot of hog hunting for a friend of ours, trying to get those out of the way. July, August, we put up 52 gallons of fillets of blue cats. And I don't mean just like 2 fillets. I'm talking about like 52-gallon baggies, just like crammed in there.
Yeah, I am extremely sick of fish right now. But I'm saying this in all aspects of your life. If you want to do something, don't be afraid of failing with it.
But don't get discouraged when you do fail. Like,
it's a learning
It happens
process.
to me. Like, I go a time, like, my opening day of deer season for bow season, I get chased by hogs and put up a tree. You know how disappointing that is? Like, all year round, all year long, you're waiting for deer season, and then your first hour and a half, you get chased up a tree that you really didn't want to be in. You were just on your way to your tree. Then we have the baby. I'm getting there. I know that. I know you're wanting me to tell this story. I don't mean chased up a tree by hogs. I mean, like, I was jumping and I was like so loaded down and wearing warm clothes that I couldn't really jump very high. So I like jumped the closest tree and would like kick and yell at the hogs and slide down and then jump again and then kick them in the head and then like in the ribs. Like, trying not to let these sows tear me up. Is that what you wanted me to tell?
Well, then the baby came.
And then the baby came.
And then the first day he went out for rifle season, not only did some duck hunters decide to hunker down about 200 yards from him and, like, unload at shooting hour.
Like 6:32. Like 2 minutes after legal shooting hours.
He also ended up hurting a guy's, 6 horses? This guy's 6 horses got onto public property, and one of them happened to be a buckskin that he almost shot. So he was
I didn't almost shot. I got excited. And for like 45 minutes, I sit and hunkered down trying to call this big, massive, monster, record-breaking buck out of the thicket. He wouldn't come out. I finally got fed up and was like, alright, obviously he's occupied. He's not going nowhere. You need your cup, Bubba? So I was like, he's occupied. He's not going nowhere. I'm going to go get him. I'm tired of waiting. The anticipation is killing me. And I finally get to where I can see. And it's a horse. I just wasted an hour and a half of my morning trying to call in a horse with a doe bleat. It happens.
And then I get a phone call at 8 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I need you to come help me find who these horses belong to. And I thought it was a call that, hey, I need you to come help me with this deer. So I got all excited, and then I was like, do what? Horses?
Where are you?
And then I was like, where are you? I was trying to figure out how the horses even got onto the property, but then I had remembered seeing them the year before, and there was their fence backs right up to it.
Hey, you don't need to whine.
Where's his cup?
He just threw it.
Oh.
He threw the bottle. Well, you can continue talking, yeah.
But yeah, I just don't be afraid of failing at something. It's everything, every new thing.
Go ahead.
Every new thing. It's just a trial and error. It takes time. There's so many times that we've tried something and we've learned 50 different ways to do it wrong, and just a few ways to do it the correct way.
If I can give you any advice, listen to old people. They have the experience and the knowledge to do this before we had technology and all this fancy equipment and stuff, and they know a thing or two. Don't be afraid to play dumb to these old people, because when you do, you learn things.
Well, and a lot of them are so willing to share too, with people who are willing to sit and listen to them.
Yeah. And then it's funny when they yell at each other.
Oh goodness.
It was a lady went in the coffee shop this morning, or the cafe, whatever you want to call it, gas station thing.
Oh, you were at the cafe again this morning?
Yeah. And she was yelling at him because he drove slow and he crossed the line. And at first she said, "You need to quit crossing the white line." She was aggravating him, and he said, "Which line is it?" And she said, "Yellow line." And he said, "Sounds like you need to get your story straight." And then she went on complaining. He told her that she just needed to leave him alone. He'll drive what he wants, when he wants, and how he wants. And he's old. He can get away with it.
Sounds like how we're going to be when we get old.
I kind of had to laugh at him.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, we're always trying new things. So we can share the experiences with you on usually how not to do things. Because this one is the person that likes to country make things, like
Country
redneck it horribly. If there's a way to do it cheaper, he's gonna do it that way.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, he realizes that he should have just spent the money and gotten the better one rather than trying to do it himself.
Is that the okay to buy new gear?
No.
Instead of trying to redneck it and weld it and make it all fancy and...
You already done gone.
I need help. If you can convince her that I need to buy more stuff, please comment, send us a message, something.
No.
It is my SOS.
He knows
If
better
you're
than
shopping
that.
for me, I wear a size Bridger number 3 dogless for Christmas.
You just had to go there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I also like to wear TS85s. I could use 100 foot of chain.
Wear it wrapped around your
I
head.
could use 100 foot of kinkless chain.
That sounds wrong. So it's late. We're tired. The kid is still awake.
He's occupied though.
He's
We're
like half
16
asleep.
minutes already.
Oh, we need to end this.
What are we allowed to run?
I don't know. Well, I'm sure. I mean, there's like videos out there like an hour long.
Yeah. Oh, that one I watched the other night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, was like 58 minutes.
Who watches 58 minutes of a chopping video? Like the entire video was
Trying to
58
learn.
minutes.
That's what we were just
At 3
preaching about.
o'clock in the morning.
I couldn't sleep.
This guy is determined.
Trying to learn. Tips. I did learn something. I learned several things that I've been doing wrong. So we're going to try them.
Yeah, we'll definitely have some more trapping videos on stuff. And hopefully we have good catches off of them that we can share with y'all.
Yeah. There's money to be made.
We went out and kind of scouted a little bit today for beaver huts and...
I've done some aerial scouting. I have an app. It's called Onyx, and that thing is awesome. But I done some aerial scouting and dropped some I thought were pinpoints. I remembered them in my head, and they weren't on the screen that she was looking at. And she's like, "There's nothing there," and I was like, "There's a pin there."
He can remember pinpoints on a map that he never marked, but he can't remember our anniversary.
You gotta finish the video.
Good night, y'all.